Hello friends, welcome back to Technique. Today we'll be doing the detailed camera review of the latest smartphone from nothing under the CMF branding, the CMF Phone 1. Now CMF Phone 1 had a lot of hype before the launch, and this has a very stylish looking design. It also comes with a dual camera setup. Let's see how good the camera experience is on the Nothing's CMF Phone 1, and let's see how good the experience is for the price segment. Now this phone is priced around the 15 to 20,000 price segment, and this is more like a budget device. So how good is the camera experience with a 50 megapixel Sony sensor? Let's find out in this detailed review. So before that, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. Now in terms of camera hardware, the device has a 50 megapixel Sony sensor with f1.8 aperture. Now you also get a 2 megapixel depth sensor for portraits. Now on the front camera, we have a 16 megapixel shooter with f2.0 aperture. So that's the camera hardware of the Nothing CMF Phone 1. So let's find out how good the camera experience is. So let's start with the daylight capture stick and with this device. So looking at the daylight captures, you can see here there is a good amount of details on offer. The images are sharp, and the dynamic range also looks pretty good. The colors are also done really well. We have shot most of the images in cloudy conditions because it's monsoon during this time, but still the images have come really good. There is good amount of clarity, the sharpness levels, the dynamic range, everything looks good. Especially for this price segment of 15 to 20,000 price segment, the images look really good and pleasing. There is no oversaturation issues. Colors are very much natural looking, and this is surprisingly good for a phone in this price segment. So Nothing has done really good optimization with the CMF phone in terms of the details and sharpness levels. Now you also can do 2x zoom using the camera, and this is also quite good in terms of experience. Now moving on to the close-up shots, once again you can see here the colors are very well done, the sharpness levels are good, the dynamic range is good, the detailing also looks good. So even the close-up images with the 50 megapixel camera came out pretty well. Now there is no macro sensor, that's thankfully not implemented here. Again, there is one vivid mode available in this camera. So vivid mode, obviously, as the name indicates, changes the color. You can see here side by side comparison. Left is the normal mode, on the right is a vivid mode, and you can see here the tones are very much richer. Unless you really need those kind of tones, we would say to turn it off and go with the normal mode. Now moving on to the portraits, you can see that the portraits are pretty well done. Again, once again, the skin tones are good, the detailing is good, the sharpness levels and the subject separation looks pretty good. Although at times there is a slight miss, but not a major concern. The skin tones and the details and the dynamic range also looks good. The background bokeh effect also looks really pleasing. So portraits are once again pretty good on this device. You can also take portraits with 1x and 2x zoom, and both came out pretty well. Now let's move on to the low light experience. In indoor artificial light, once again you can see the Sony sensor does a really good job with sharpness levels and details, and overall they look good. But when light drops further, you need to turn on the night mode, or rather it turns on automatically. And you can see that while there is good amount of detail, the sky is kind of blown out. It is kind of artificial in nature, but this is kind of a trend in most of the budget devices. But overall the details looks good. But the sky colors are not natural looking. You can see here the background sky colors are kind of blown out, overexposed condition, but overall the details looks good, and it's quite a decent shooter for the price segment it is being offered. So nothing much to complain here. Now moving on to the selfie camera, this is one area where we are not really that impressed. The 16 megapixel shooter, the skin tones are not that great. You can see that it's not natural looking, it's kind of slightly artificial looking tones. This is one area where CMF Phone 1 can improve. The selfie quality was okayish, I would say. Again, the skin tones needs a bit more fine tuning. The portrait selfies also turned out to be quite decent overall. Now in terms of video recording, the phone can support 4K 30 FPS with stabilization. Although there is no OIS, the EIS does a pretty good job, and the video quality is quite good for the price segment it is being offered. Now the phone can also record 1080p 60 FPS. Once again, the video quality is quite good, and if you are doing vlogs in this price segment, this is definitely good video recording quality offered by the CMF Phone 1. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Nothing, or rather the CMF Phone 1, which can record videos in 1080p at 60 fps. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is. So that is a detailed camera review of the CMF Phone 1. So as a whole, the camera looks pretty good actually, quite surprisingly good for the price segment it is being offered. With card offers you can get as low as 14,999, and for that pricing this definitely looks good, especially the rear camera, the portraits, the close-up images, low light, everything looks quite good for the segment except for selfies, which needs a bit more fine tuning. Again, selfies are more of a personal choice. Do let us know what you guys think about the selfies. We personally feel the selfies needs a bit more improvement, but otherwise the nothing CMF Phone 1 definitely works pretty well in terms of a camera department. So that was our experience with the CMF Phone 1. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.